guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy April. I can never remember what month we're in, but I know we're all still self-isolating, quarantined. It's still a dark time out there, but I kind of have a lot of favorites. Not like a lot, but like I have a decent amount, enough to talk about things I've been using while I'm stuck at home, trying out some new makeup that I hauled, some skincare, some self-care, some random favorites and all that. So yeah, just that I would share. And before we get into all that, today's video is actually sponsored by Skillshare, which you guys know that is a website and a company that I use and I love, and I've been working with them a little bit over this year, and I decided they'd be perfect in a favorites video because it truly is one of my favorite things, especially right now. We're all faced with a lot of downtime, a lot of like free time to learn something new, and I think Skillshare would be something great for a lot of you to try if you're stuck at home. So if you don't know what Skillshare is, it is basically a website and it's an online learning community. They have classes on pretty much everything, like creativity stuff. You could further your studies in like a craft you already know. Like they have tons of classes for filming and editing, like Final Cut Pro and all that stuff, camera classes. So like for me that would be work related, but I have been loving classes on plants because you guys know I have an abundance of plants in my home. DIY projects. I haven't taken any of them yet, honestly, because I'm scared, but I have a bunch of videos saved on how to learn how to draw on my iPad. I got the new like iPad with the pencil for Christmas and I really wanted to learn how to like make my own graphics and draw, so I have a bunch of videos saved about that. But they have cooking classes, they even have videos on like essential oils and crystals, like just homemaking in general, and I just think if there's a certain subject, and maybe even more so a creative subject that you've been wanting to try or learn about, now would be a perfect time to do so. It's set up really easily, the classes, you search what you want, you can add them to different lists, and then when you decide to sit down and take them, it's broken down in like chapters almost, so if you don't want to take the full class that like all in one sitting, you can walk away, it remembers where you left off and you can come back to it. It's really easy to use, really user-friendly, and just really great. So it is one of my personal favorite things, so I wanted to definitely mention it in this favorites video. There's been a lot of like creativity and art happening between me and Bradley at the kitchen table just because we're bored with our downtime, so I wanted to share that. If there's a certain thing you would want to learn to do, I'm sure Skillshare has a video on it, a very good video on it, and so yeah, wanted to share. And Skillshare is very kindly offering a 2-month free premium membership to the first 1,000 of my subscribers that clicks the link in my bio. That's 2 months completely free, and then the good news is even if you fall in love with it, even after the 2 free months, it is less than $10 a month, which if you compare that to like in-person classes, it is way affordable. I'm not wearing earrings. I have to put on earrings, I can't continue. So yeah, definitely click the link, get your first 2 free months. Creativity and learning is a great form of self-care right now, and it's really nice to like focus in on something and try something new, and it makes the day go by faster if you're stuck at home. So yeah, definitely click the link and let me know what kind of classes you guys take if you do so. And again, thank you Skillshare for sponsoring this video and supporting my channel. I love the website, so I'm always excited to work with somebody I love, so thank you. And now I have some more like tangible favorites, and we'll start with beauty first as usual, but with nail polish first as usual. So Amo did her own nails this morning, and I feel like again, from far away it's fine, but close up it's not great. And nothing makes me crankier than when my cuticles are not in order, so it's gonna be a cranky month or 2. I can't even tell you how like happy I am that I got that mani-pedi like the 3 days before like also, if you somehow missed it, we uploaded a video about it, but Bradley and I got a puppy, so Bradley's out there playing with him right now. I can tell he's a little feisty. I was gonna have him in here, but he, again, is feisty, and also he's too small, and if he falls off, I can't deal with him falling off the bed. So Bradley is distracting him outside, so if you hear puppy pounces or barks, that is what's happening. But what was I saying? Oh, I was saying I'm so happy that I got that mani-pedi when I did, because I can't even like begin to fathom what my toenails would look like at this point. Like a pedicure can like look good for a month. It will look nasty by the end of this, but like I'm not gonna attempt to do them myself. That's just too hard. My nails I can try to do it. And I'll have this color linked down below. It's an olive and June color, which a lot of people say that their polishes are great and very chip resistant, although it was very goopy when I was putting it on, so we'll see. But yeah, I like the color so far. It's just like a milky white color. So when I got that final manicure, I got OPI Mexico City Movement. I hauled the ones I got from this collection in a beauty haul, which I will link up in this corner. A good chunk of the stuff I talked about in that beauty haul, but I did mention all the polishes I picked up from that collection if you want to see it in that video. I'll also have it linked down below. But this was the first one I wanted to try, mostly because I was getting my toes done and I like to have like a pale color on my toes, but I loved this. I always love like a light pale minty blue. I have a bunch of them, and I could have gotten away with not getting this one because like I said, I have a lot of them. It reminds me of It's a Boy or gelato on my mind, or there's like a teal light blue from the Grease collection that I love, but I did want to try it out and I loved it. I should probably do some swatching with my other light blues and see if I need all of them, but if you're in the market for one, this is a great one. Had a great formula, great color, and I loved it. All right, now we have some makeup favorites. Again, a lot of these were talked about in that beauty haul, so sorry I'm a little repetitive, but I actually tried some things out and I'm loving some things. So the first absolute favorite, like maybe my favoriteest favorite of the month, because that made sense. Oh my god. This is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk. I have the color 530 Fair Light, which I probably never would have picked this out for myself in store, but I went off of Jessica Braun's recommendation and I'm wearing it today. I think it's a pretty good match. I think. But I love this, and the idea behind this whole line is that it's made with like cleaner and fresher ingredients, vegan and formulated without talc, parabens, formaldehyde, phthalates, mineral oil, sulfates, and fragrance, and it's cruelty free, which I know is a big deal for CoverGirl because for a long time they were not, so that is incredible. I wanted to support that, support the clean ingredients, but also I watched several people who loved this, like 4 of my favorite YouTubers were raving about this, so picked it up. I am completely loving it. I've been wearing it almost every day in our isolation vlogs. I will link that up in the corner. I don't wear makeup every day, but it has been making me feel better to like wake up, get ready, put on a little bit of makeup, especially if we're going to be vlogging. Like I don't want to look like the Crypt Keeper, you know? Plus I also just enjoy makeup, and I just got like a bunch of new stuff from that beauty haul, so I've been trying it out. So yeah, I've been wearing a little bit of makeup. If you guys want me to do like my quarantine makeup routine, let me know and I can like sit down and film that. But I've been wearing this almost every day, and if you're like curious in those videos what's on my skin, it's this, because I will say I've been having a nice skin month in which I have some things to talk about that I think are contributing to that, but also this, when I have makeup on, makes it just look even better, like even complexion, nice and dewy. Like I really like the finish of it and I'm just obsessed, so I definitely wanted to mention that. I will continue to use this because I'm loving it. Very lightweight, feels like I'm wearing nothing, dries down nicely, doesn't like crease. I just am loving it. I have a random brush favorite. This is the Real Techniques Brush Crush foundation brush. That was hard to say. I believe they have changed the handle on it. Mine's a really fun like glitter situation. I can't seem to find this exact like handle, but I can find this brush, which that's what we're here for. So it's technically a foundation brush. I do not use it for foundation. I use it for my cream bronzer. And last month's favorite, I can link up in the corner, I mentioned the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel cream bronzer. I have been obsessed. So again, another thing I use every day in my like quarantine makeup routine. It's just the best, and especially on top of that skin milk, I am obsessed with it. I'm wearing it today. Was going to mention it. I mean, I am mentioning it again. I'll link it down below, but it's not like an official favorite this month because I mentioned it last month and I didn't want to be repetitive, but I have not put it down. But I did want to mention this brush because I feel like this is half the amazingness. It just stipples it on perfectly, and something about that universal cream product, it really is universal and like works out on a bunch of different skin tones. I love it. I take it everywhere, and I just love the shape of this brush. So it's perfect for stippling any cream product, I would think. Blush as well. I've used it with liquid blush and I'm just loving it, and it's very affordable. It's definitely one of my favorite brush companies, and it's affordable, available online at Ulta. I'll have it linked down below. I have 2 blush favorites that are not butter blushes. Are you shocked? Because you should be. First one is this Bare Minerals Gen Nude blush. This is called That Peach though. Very cute name. I mentioned that Bare Minerals sent me some of their new line. I don't really know. They sent me a bunch of this line that had the really pretty floral packaging, and this is just like my kind of blush color. I love a peachy coral color, especially for spring and summer, and this one is very like nice. Like I'm loving it. Stays in place all day. I love the color. Mostly it's perfect for like the spring months we're coming into. You know, I don't love it as much as my butter blushes, but like it's definitely giving it a run for its money, and I really love the color. It's a nice matte peach color that just kind of brightens your face. So I've been wearing that a ton until I got the Hello Halo blush lighter from Wet n Wild. So I think this is, I don't know what this is technically. This is what I have on today for my blush and my highlight. So I mean, things always look like extreme under the lights, which I'm always like editing. I'm like, whoa, you went overboard with the highlighter, which I know a lot of you agree because I get comments about it all the time. But in person, I don't think this is like, well, I also used a light hand. So like this could be super blinding, and it looks like it's gonna be super blinding. But I think if you blend properly and you use a light hand, it will just look nice and normal for everyday use. So this is the highlight right here. And then this is the blush. It's almost the exact same color as the other blush. It just has some shimmer to it, which I used to be totally against, but I've mentioned several times that once the Physicians Formula Butter Blushes came out in shimmery, I now love shimmery blushes. So that is what I have on my face today. I've been trying it out for like the last 2 weeks. It's all I've wanted to wear. I love the highlight color as well. It's a little more like frosty than I would normally wear. It definitely reminds me of Cookie, maybe a little more on the pink side, which I don't typically like, but I like this situation. I like the way they blend together. And I just think it's like a fun spring product. I'm really excited if we can ever travel again. This will be perfect for traveling. It's just like a one compact in your purse with a blush and a highlighter, and it's really inexpensive. Like, it's so affordable. So yeah, I've been loving this. My last makeup fave, I've got a lot of comments and compliments, so thank you guys that you were loving my eyeliner. I wore eyeliner in a couple of videos. Now I don't remember which ones they were. Oh, I wore it in that beauty haul and then in my my favorite things to do if you're bored video, which I can link up in the corner. I may have used up all my corner linking, but whenever I talk about, you'll find it somewhere. But this is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk eyeliner, and this is a kind of almost like a maroon shade. It's a brown eyeliner, which I don't even really like eyeliner. I'm kind of like slowly dipping my toe back in. I do have it a little bit on my upper lid today. What I have been liking it for is lining the upper waterline, which I know this looks scary, but it's also fun to do. Some people are freaked out by the eyes. I am not freaked out by it. I'm like, yeah, give it to me. But I have been liking that for making my lashes look fuller. If you just like tight line the, like, you know what I mean? The waterline of your upper lash line. I don't like to tight line the bottom one. I feel like it makes my eyes look smaller. Even though, like, I loved eyeliner in the 7th and 8th grade. Like, my mom took it away for a while because she was a bitch. No, I'm just kidding, Mom. I don't know why she took it away, because she thought I was growing up too fast. I did go very heavy-handed on the eyeliner. But anyway, the point is I used to heavily, like, line the waterline, all of it, and I loved it. Now I'm not so much into it, but I have, like, I was worried about it transferring to the bottom lash line. It doesn't when I tight line it. So it stays in place, which it claims to be long lasting. So I would definitely say that. I did do like a little bit of a wing with it, which I loved as well. Long lasting, it didn't smear. So I love this mostly for the color. I think it's a really fun, different color if you're wanting like still a neutral, but a little bit of fun. It's almost like a purple color, but it's not. And it's a great liner as well. So I know it's pricey, but I have been loving it and I would recommend it. Now we have some skincare favorites. So I have been using 2 new things, which I'm sorry, I think they're both somewhat expensive, but my skin has been looking like better. And besides, I just finished my period last week, and I always get like hormonal breakouts around my chin. Like, that's just what happens. But I was also before getting really weird tiny breakouts around my cheeks. And ever since I started using both of these products, I don't know if it's a certain one or if it's both together, but ever since I started using both of them, I don't get those breakouts anymore. And it could be like the time of the month that they happen, but like, I don't even feel like usually I can feel them coming. I don't feel them coming. My guess would be it has to do with this is the Paulas Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. This has salicylic acid. My skin prefers benzoyl peroxide when it comes to acne. I remember when I first started breaking out, I would try all the salicylic acid things from the grocery store, and I felt so defeated because nothing was working. And then I think I read it in a magazine or something that said it can be a personal thing, like either your skin will respond well to salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide. So then once I tried Proactive, which is benzoyl peroxide, cleared up my skin, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I'd never really used salicylic acid things because in my mind it's just like, oh, that didn't work for me. But Paula's Choice sent this to me, and I hear so many people raving about this stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a go. So it's for all skin types. It says it unclogs and shrinks enlarged pores, smooths and evens skin tone, lightweight liquid absorbs quickly. Now I will say, I don't care for the way it feels after I put it on. So the way I put it on, it's just basically like a liquid toner. I put it on a cotton pad and I just put it all over my face. I only use it in the morning because I'm like using other things at night. But my makeup sits nicely on top of it. I thought that would be an issue, but it's not at all. It does say if you're using it in the day, of course, follow it up with a sunscreen, but I wear a SPF every single day. But it does definitely feel sticky before you put that moisturizer on. So once I put my moisturizer on, it's fine. But just like that in-between period, I don't care for the way it feels. But I guess it doesn't matter because that's not the lasting finish. But this is not a like physical exfoliant, it's a chemical exfoliant or just liquid exfoliant. I don't know what you would call it, but I really do think this is the reason why my weird cheek breakouts haven't been happening, and so I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to continue to use this all the way up, let you guys know. I do feel just like the complexion overall is better. I feel like the lines in my forehead are like less noticeable. I have some like harsh ones over here that have always bothered me, and I was like, maybe they do look a little better. I mean, not fixed, but yes, I am enjoying this. So that I use in the morning time. Then something new I've been using at nighttime is the Marc Jacobs Youthquake. It says the Hydra Full Retexturizing Gel Creme. It is a deep hydration with powerful pineapple enzymes, which the Kate Somerville Exfoliate has the same like pineapple enzymes in it, and I love it. So when I saw that, I was like, ooh, I definitely want to try that. It is a like gorgeous cream. Like you just feel like the richest person alive as you're using this. Smells incredible, smells like pineapple. So I use this every other night. You guys, if you follow me, know that I switch off between a face oil and then a face cream, but I do add in 2 drops of my frankincense oil. So that's always helping kind of keep my skin clear as well. My skin has just been looking extra glowy lately, and I've even had comments from friends, and even Bradley one night was like, you're glowing, and I was like, it's my new Youthquake cream, I think. And to be honest, I didn't think I had an opinion on either of these yet, because I was like, oh, I don't really know. But then I was kind of thinking about it, I was like, oh no, I have been loving my skin lately and I haven't gotten those cheek breakouts. So I'm going to keep using both of these, and well, I'm obviously going to use them all up and I'll keep you posted. But I've been enjoying the way my skin looks so far, so I will let you know as things continue. Also, shocking, I have a Trader Joe's beauty favorite. You guys know that while I do love certain things from their beauty line, most of it I haven't really cared for. But they came out with a new super hydrating eye cream. I love it, which I love because they discontinued my Yes to Blueberries eye cream, which is so sad. And then I was using the Sephora one, which I do really like as well, but this is just more accessible to me, especially right now, as Trader Joe's is probably the only place we're going. We don't go a ton. I just went yesterday. It's in the vlog. You'll see it. Well, I don't know why I'm linking. It's not up yet, but you'll see it in Isolation Week 3. But it says it's super hydrating, and it is super hydrating. I have super dry eyes, like all of it, the lids underneath, like they can get so dry, and this, I have had no dryness issues at all. So I've totally been loving it. I don't have like a ton to say about it because, I don't know, it just moisturizes my eyes, which is what I want it to do. But yeah, I went yesterday and I saw it and I picked up an extra one just to have on backup, just because, you know, we're trying not to leave the house right now, but I am loving it. If you're there to pick up groceries, I would definitely try this as well. Now moving on to kind of like random favorites. You guys know I love essential oils, and something I hadn't really gotten into the world of is making my own rollers because I didn't have like a proper oil to mix with them. I was using apricot oil, which was way too thick and like sticky, and I was like, okay. So I haven't done the haul yet, but I will do a haul on my Essentially Amy Oils page. I'll link it down below and right here. But I had a bunch of free like money basically from their Essential Rewards program, so I placed an order of like things I've been wanting to try, but just in case I didn't like them, I didn't spend money on them. And one of them was their V6 Vegetable Oil Complex. So this is basically to dilute oils, and it's perfect for making rollers, which I've made 2. I would make so much more, but I don't have any roller bottles. I need to order them like on Amazon. But the 2 I do have and that I made, I am loving. So this first one is probably my favorite, and also I made this cute little bottle. I put like a little cameo on it. Isn't that cute? Which I could make more of those for my Etsy page. Let me know if you would want that. I don't know if people care about cameos. I think they're the cutest thing alive. So my god, this smells so good. So people always suggest to put Stress Away and Valor together in a roller. And I don't know what possessed me to do it, but I was like, I'm also gonna put lavender. I love this so much. So I call it my relax roller because it's very relaxing. You guys know Valor, Stress Away, and Lavender are 3 of my favorite ones, in which all 3 of those come in the premium starter kit. So if you got the starter kit, I would get, I mean, you could use any kind of oil, but the ones I was using were not great for roll-ons. So if you are in Essential Rewards, add this to your next cart and make yourself some rollers, because it's so fun. So this is my relax roller, and then I also have, I call this my happy roller because this one has citrus fresh, rose, and jasmine in it, and it smells so good. I keep both of these on my desk, so I just put them on when I'm working or whenever I want. Or, you know, they're rollers, they can travel wherever. You guys know I have a bunch by my bedside table, I have some in my purse, and so now just like the ability to make my own, I'm sure like the DIY possibilities are endless, so I'm excited to like keep digging in once I order more rollers. But for now, I'm just loving the 2 that I made, so I wanted to share. Now on to random favorites, which they are very random this month, I will warn you. First off, floor pops. So if you guys saw in our first isolation vlog, which if I have more room, I'll link it up in the corner, we redid the bathroom floors, which I am loving, you guys. Like, I take baths every night, mostly because I love baths, but also just because I feel like my bathroom has been transformed and I love it. So they were very easy to install. They look incredible. Well, I say they were easy to install. The ones that go on straight were easy to install. Bradley did have to do some cutting with a box cutter to have it fit around the cabinets and the toilet and all that, which did take a bit of work, but I think it's totally worth the process and the work. And this is the tile we chose. I can have this one linked down below, but they have a bunch of different ones, and they're just, I wanted something a little bit brighter, but with gray as well, because our products in there are kind of like cream, like the tub and the sink are more cream than they are white, so I wanted something like bright, but that wouldn't like make it look dingy, and I think it looks okay. But regardless, it covered up the nasty floor tile that was in there before that we didn't have any control over, and they're removable. They're just essentially big old stickers, so it's great. We did have to take some of them up. It was pretty easy for me to pry them up and get them off when I wanted to. There are a few places that they're lifting just a little bit, but I think that's more our fault than theirs. I think it's just like our apartment is uneven or we didn't cut it good enough, but overall I'm loving the way it looks, and I would highly recommend it if you are renting a space or you don't want to spend the money, because also we did the whole bathroom floor and we have like 6 left over for under 50 bucks. So it was a great like indoor project right now as well. So yeah, I loved those. So I wanted to tell you guys about those, even though I've talked about them in several vlogs now. And then my last favorite is actually a dog related favorite, even though I didn't know I was getting a dog when I bought this. I saw this at Target and I thought it was so cute that I bought it for myself, even though it is a dog bowl. But then we got the puppy and it was kind of a last minute situation where like we were not prepared. And then on the way home I remembered like, hey, I have a dog bowl he can eat out of. So I got this out. It's by Boots and Barkley. It is literally $5 and it is so cute. I already ordered a matching one so that he can have matching water and food. And also I was putting his food at first in a Pioneer Woman ramekin because when Tuna comes over, my brother's dog, that's what she eats out of, because I didn't have like a proper dog setup. So I was doing that, but I think that they're a little bit too deep for his like small puppy snoot. So this spreads the food out really nicely and he can get in the corners much better. So it's working now as he's a puppy. I guess we'll see when he gets older. But regardless, it's just super cute. I love the polka dots on it. So I wanted to mention that.
March faves.
March, my best March fave is my best friend. Come here, buddy. We're very feisty. Say hello. I just cleaned his eyes, so they're a little wet, so sorry about that. Oh, the puppy teeth are...
I warned you.
Oh, we're chewing on the hair. Okay, all right. He's a bit of a demon, but we love him. So that's my new babe. Doesn't care about you at all. Or me. Okay. But okay guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this somewhat helpful. I'll have everything linked down below. And again, don't forget to check out Skillshare. I will have that link down below for your first 2 months free. I will see you very soon with some new videos. I hope you guys are having a great day, staying safe, healthy, and sane, and indoors. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye!